So Nick's coming to me asking about how can I gain more distance? I'm plateauing. For most of you guys, to gain more distance, you gotta hit the ball in the center of the face. We gotta flight the ball, generally, most often with a little drop, to control the spin rate. Too much backspin is the #1 killer of distance. So, if we're hitting the ball generally the way we want to, and we just want to get more club head speed to gain distance, here's what the scientists kind of tell us. There's two main ways. One, we need to create a bigger arc in the backswing. How can I do that? Well, let's talk about the GolfTec motion data that really allows you to get those hands and arms up and away from your body as much as possible, just like a Bubba Watson. Well, we got to turn. But as we turn, we need to tilt and point the shoulder down. So as I let the hips turn a bunch, shoulders turn a bunch, and point the shoulders down, that's also going to get my shoulders or spine to extend. What that means is I'm getting this right shoulder not just square with my left shoulder, but it might even point backwards if I'm looking to truly maximize distance in my backswing. A shorter hitter might look more like this, and a guy on TV in a long drive competition might look more like this. So we're not reversing our weight shift, but we're getting our shoulders to extend. Besides getting more arc or potential energy in the backswing, we need to create more speed right at and through impact. Now, how do I use my body to do that? Well, I'm not going to get into as much of the details of how I can pull the handle down and do it that way. That's something that's going to happen. But we're going to talk about the three functions of what the body can do going forward. So going forward, we're always going to be moving laterally, rotating, and again, extending the body or straightening the body on the way through. So lateral, that's the first piece that has to happen. With a driver, you don't have to do it as much as the irons, as we're not looking to get the swing bottom as much in front of the golf ball. You can get away with that when the ball's teed up. The two main factors you've got to do is rotate. Now, rotation's great. We can create a lot of speed through that. Rotating and stopping that rotation creates a lot of whip. But you got to be careful in actual golf that we don't throw the club too far out. And that's also something that can be limited based on your flexibility level. So the #1 thing I want you to do, Nick, as well as most of you guys out there, is to work on the extension piece or pushing off of the ground. You're going to see guys like Justin Thomas, Laura Davies, the classic big hitter lady. They're going to be off the ground at impact. So as we work on turning, tilting, and extending in that backswing, we get those hands coming down and create as much whip as we can through extending and straightening the body. See what you can do with that, Nick. Show me some videos once you get that backswing going, as well as a little more vertical forces to create a little more speed through the hitting area, and we'll chat then.